train goes back to Bellinzona, Switzerland. Or won't there be a tunnel? I don't know. Basically the border is right after this town of Chiasso. Chiasso is still here on the left. But visually you cannot distinguish this from Italy at all. The buildings, they are 100% Italian. You can see in the traffic signs that it's not Italy. Now we're here, you see the flags. This is it. I probably can't film everything, but this is it. Italia. European external border. We're back in the EU now. Which means I finally have my mobile internet again. Just need to be careful not to be in a Swiss network and turn it on because it will cost me a lot. Siamo a Como, no?
Sì, questo è Como San Giovanni.
Grazie. Yes, we made it to Como. Never been here, never thought I'd come. Like, I'm not gonna see the highlights of the lake right now, because then I'd need to have a car. There's no real train connection that brings you to the more central parts of the lake, the more attractive ones with what is it, Bellagio, the palaces and stuff. Like, we're not there, although it might be confusing. The name Como, the village, the town, it doesn't have the actual good stuff of the Como lake, except the Duomo. There's a cathedral here. So let's check this out. What trains can I take later? That's arrivals, departures. At 6:10, I can go to Milan. Or a bit later, but I'll have internet again so I can just figure it out as we go. And I think I'm gonna get myself coffee here because I see a bar. And this is Italy, so it must be at least half cheaper. Salve. Quanto è un cappuccino? Sì, è qui. Grazie molto. 1,70. 170. That's a reasonable price. Grazie. This is it. Good stuff. This lady made me a very nice cappuccino. Alright, so we're in Como here. This is the center. Just gonna walk around, see if I can find the Duomo, the waterfront, and then I'm on the way again. It's nice that we're back to standard prices. Like, I paid 170 for a cappuccino, which I find cheap. Like, that's in some occasions even cheaper than in Bulgaria. Let's say you find a bit of a fancier spot, you would easily pay that or more. So I'm cool with paying that. Italy in general is quite affordable for tourists. I would guess even for Bulgarians. You'd need to be selective because there's a lot of expensive cafes. If you avoid touristy, like the real hot spots, then you're fine. And even then sometimes you can find some real gems. Like, Italy is one of the most awesome places for tourism in the whole world. Obviously, also one of the most popular ones. And you see already, like what I refer to, is that the city is a lot more alive. It's just more a bit chaotic. You see the traffic. And all we did basically was cross the border. It's a whole different scene. Like I said, you cannot distinguish the both, but that's not true. I mean that more in the visual sense, like the buildings, and in terms of everything else, like people sitting about, chilling. There's more passion in Italy. Switzerland is a little bit stiff, although absolutely fascinating still. Where's this Duomo then? I can't seem to find it. We'll have to look on the map. But at least here we have the waterfront, which is amazing as well. This is the Como Lake. Never been here before. Okay, Duomo is basically a bit further up into the center. So a target for a mugging with 2 phones and this holder. But need to be aware of your surroundings. Oh, look at this. The lake has overflown, so we have the firefighters, or at least the, I don't know, civil workers. They are protecting the city. They've blocked it up with sandbags, see? Because otherwise the Como Lake would overflow right here. Again, I'm getting a lot of messages in Grindr. You know, Italian guys, some of the best in the world. Looking for an experience. Like that in terms of relationship material, because they tend to live with their mom until basically half their life is over. Which you can imagine because there's no jobs, but and they're actually very tight family relations, so nothing wrong with that. But plus, obviously, it's quite religious. There's, I don't know if there is gay marriage, although Italy is quite tolerant on the terms of homosexuality. It's certainly not on the scale that the Netherlands is, basically because of the religion and also just the culture. It's a manly culture, a culture of pride, and I wouldn't say manliness, wouldn't say macho either, but there is a certain pattern here, which is fine. I appreciate Italian culture a lot, like it's marvelous. Look at this, the Duomo. Wow, it's a lot bigger than I anticipated. Didn't think that would be here. So cramped. Because Como is quite it's not a huge city. There's plenty of people out and about. A bit like Lugano, I would say. This is impressive. Gonna take some nice shots here.